Okay, team, this is going to be the summary of the booster box battle. I've got all my hits right here, and that's the stack out of 72 packs. I think we're looking at about 50% hit rate. It's counting the EXs as well. So let's go through it. Very first hit was Twilight Masquerade, Sunflora. Cool card. Very cool card. Reminds me of Plant vs. Zombies, that one. Then we went straight into the Sizzle. That's for Temporal Forces. Then Temporal Forces had a bit of a streak, and we got the Raging Bolt. This is cool. Then we got another Sizzle. And then just when I thought Twilight wasn't doing anything, we got the Wattrel, which not much for some, but I like the art. I love the illustration rares more than anything, to be honest. What is it? Stellar Crown. Everyone's going for the Bulbasaur and the Squirtles because they look amazing. But last pack magic in episode 1. Oh, Iron Crown EX. Check that out. That is cool. And then I was just like, that's it. That's done. The rest of the booster boxes are going to be rubbish. But no, we went all right. So episode 2, we started off with another Iron Crown. Not as spectacular, but pretty cool nonetheless. Then we got our first and only gold card out of the 2 booster boxes is the Rescue Board. That's for Twilight Masquerade. Then we got the Shift Tree. I'm going with Shift Tree as the pronunciation. So I love that hollow, that subtle hollow on the eyes. It's another win for Temporal Forces. And we got our Greninja, which is like regular EX, but damn, I was like, I never thought about playing a Greninja, but it's actually a pretty good little ability. That 1 water, 170 damage straight up. It's pretty good, easy to power up. And you just get to choose a card. Straight up, shuffle your deck too. It's like keep it moving. Then we went into the Palafin EX. That's for Twilight Masquerade. Then we got a Wug Trio EX for Temporal Forces. Then we got this beautiful illustration for Twilight Masquerade and Applin. It's lovely, really good. And then we got a Gouging Fire EX for Temporal Forces. Then we bought a Greninja, another one, which actually I personally like the art on this Greninja more than the SIR that everyone's after. But I guess if I did see the SIR in person, I'd probably like it more. Sometimes you can't really appreciate a card until you see it in person. But I really like that one. Then we pulled our third Iron Crown for Temporal Forces. So definitely an Iron Crown box, eh? And then we went our first of 2 ace specs for Twilight Masquerade, the Scoop Up Cyclone. And then we went the Wellspring Mask Ogerpon EX for Twilight Masquerade. And then a Relicanth art, which is awesome. Got all the little Easter eggs in there as well. It's like a little Luminion or Finion in the background there as a shell door. And he's got a cool ability as well. Really cool ability. Temporal Forces. Then we got a Twilight Masquerade Luxray. And then we got our second Twilight Masquerade Unfair Stamp in a lot of 6. This would have been episode 4, I think. We got the 2 Unfair Stamps the 2 ace specs back to back like that. And then I was like, where are the ace specs for Temporal Forces? Well, next episode, which would have been episode 4, I think, or 5, Prime Catcher, straight up for Temporal Forces. Very playable card. I love that. Then Twilight Masquerade's given us the Diplin art, which is awesome. It's how I know he's a little dragon guy in an apple. I used to think it was, what a silly Pokemon, an apple. But it makes a lot more sense that it's not an apple, but it's just like a dragon that likes to live in an apple or something along those lines. I don't know. I don't play the actual video games these days. Then we got our second A spec for Temporal Forces and Neo Upper Energy. So total, we got 2 A specs for each box, which is pretty cool. And then in episode 5, boom, Lana's Aid. Look at that. That is so cool. So I was like, we're probably not going to get any SIR Greninjas out of this box now. Like, we got this one, the Lana's Aid, which looks awesome. And then this was last pack Magic, I believe, on episode 5. We got the Scoville. And Magic, meh. It's your opinion, I guess. It's a playable card. Probably not for me, though. Then we started off episode 6 with a Blissey, which is so cool. I've had some fun playing TCG Live with some Blissey decks that I've built with Monkey Dories. Twilight Masquerade. Then we've got an Iron Leaves. First Iron Leaves pull. And that was Temporal Forces. Then we got our Kieran, which is awesome. Very nice card. Good abilities. 2 to choose from. Then Twilight Masquerade. And then our last Twilight Masquerade, which was another Ogerpon, but this is the Hearthflame Mask Ogerpon, which is pretty cool. And then the last pack of all 72, the number 72 pack, we got the Incineroar, which is awesome. I've always wanted to build an Incineroar deck with that ability and that amount of damage for very little energy. Especially most people play a huge bench, especially these days with Stellar Crown. And maybe like pair him up with Charizard just to boost him up and stuff. But there's 2 stage 2s. Don't know. I've always wanted to play in the Incineroar deck. And that's it. So for Twilight Masquerade, how many did we get? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 hits. So that's 50% on the dot. And then for Temporal Forces, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 hits. So just a little under half of the packs. So, I don't know, that's pretty cool. Thanks for watching, guys.